Well, welcome everybody to the season 12 finale of Dog Turds into Diamonds. This could be a huge episode, but before we get started, I would like to ask you just to drop a like on the video and subscribe. It would really help us out with the algorithm and to hopefully grow this channel. We don't get many viewers. We want to try and build it up now. We would like to keep this going, but we do need your help to do that. So help us out there with a like and subscribe if you want to see more Dog Turds into Diamonds. Now, shall we start talking about Huddersfield at home and Middlesbrough away to try and guarantee a place in the Championship playoffs this season? Let's get into it. Yes, welcome everybody to episode 94, I believe, of Dog Turds into Diamonds. We have nearly reached the ton, and today is going to be huge. I hope for this season 12 there is going to be an episode 95, because if there is, it means we have made it into the Championship playoffs in our first season in the Championship. This has been an incredible turnaround, hasn't it? We had November and December where we barely won a game, dropped to 10th or 11th in the table, and now here we are sitting 6th with 2 games to play. We have only lost 2 games in the league during 2033, and today we take on Huddersfield at home. Let's just take a quick look at them. They are managed by Alex Neil. Obviously a lot of Championship experience, and if we look at how their schedule has been going, they're on a really good run. We're probably playing them right at the wrong time, the worst possible time. They have no chance of qualifying. You see, they had an awful start to the season. They were really struggling through October, November, started to pick up maybe a little bit in December, and then from then on they haven't been bad at all, and they are on maybe their best run of the season right now. This is probably not as easy as we think, but they are 12th, we are 8th, and we are also on a fantastic run. Look at this. Since you were last here, we lost 3-1 away at Sunderland after a 12-game unbeaten run. We have since won every single game. I did talk about this. We did mention that looking at the run-in that we had, it did seem like maybe we had a bit of a favourable finish. We're playing all teams in the bottom half of the table, apart from Sunderland away and Bristol City at home. But since losing to Sunderland, we then went away to Reading, and we got a 2-1 win. We really dug this one out, and it was really important. You can see here, we were the better team. We did deserve it. It was Pt1 coming off the bench to head in a corner from Dylan Jones that won the game. Harry Brady gave us the lead early on. We were immediately pegged back by Lockett. It was a pretty even game, but we were definitely the better of the two sides. We were really dominant in the second half, and there we are. We dug it out courtesy of a Pt1 goal. He has been invaluable in this run of games that we've had, as you will see. We then followed that up with probably our performance of the season in the first half against Millwall. Look at this. What a basketball game this was. Now we play with a number 10. We don't play with a defensive midfielder or a midfielder on specific defensive duties. I guess it does leave us kind of open. We were 6-0 up at half time here, and Millwall did beat us 3-0 in the second half, but the game was done. But we played some incredible football here. Let's have a look. I'm not going to show you their goals, but I would like to have a look at ours, because there were some absolute crackers in here. Check this out. So, Harry Brady starting things off here. Chapman puts it in, and what about that header? He has increased a heading point this season. He has now got 11 heading, and he used it to great effect there. Before then, Jack Evans heading in at the back post from another Chapman cross. Evans then floating a cross in for Brady. We were just running away with it at this point. Kakiao then from the penalty spot, and not long after, another one. And then at the end of the first half, Brady completes his hat-trick with another header. Devastating performance. So a quite brilliant performance in the first half, at least. We had a 3.06 XG, scored 6 of them. And unfortunately for Pakula, he has got to go to that absolute mess of a team next summer. Why on earth did he accept their contract offer? I'm actually really disappointed that I didn't think to check his end of contract date with AC Milan. Oh, how I would have loved to have had him here with us at AFC Rushden Diamonds for next season. But Millwall have now been confirmed as relegated. So Mateus Pakula is going to be a League One defender next season. I feel awful for him, but why on earth has he gone there? I'm presuming he's got a really fat contract from their tycoon owner. But yeah, I would have loved to have made him a permanent player here. So I'm really, really annoyed that I didn't think to check his contract expiry date and offer him a contract ourselves. I'm fairly sure we would never have been able to afford him. But yeah, sorry, Mateus Pakula, you have got to go to that absolute shambles of a defence next season. Yeah, brilliant performance. We just opened the floodgates. And as you can see, since then, we have just been absolutely free scoring. After beating Millwall 6-3, we then went away to Portsmouth and scored 6 again, this time 6-2. And again, it was just a fantastic, fantastic performance. It was Jack Evans opening the scoring. He has been doing really, really well of late, set up by Kakiao. They got one back from Rice to equalise. It was 1-1 at half time. And in the second half, we just ran riot again. And incredibly, it was Harry Brady who didn't score in this game. He got 2 assists, but was still absolutely phenomenal. Jack Evans with 2, Chapman with 2, Baker with 1. We're scoring an awful lot of headers now, with Chapman crossing from the right wing, from the left wing, and Evans crossing from the right. We are scoring a whole bunch of headers. And the tactical changes that we made back in January have really, really worked out for us. We then played Ipswich at home. This was a real tough one. Ipswich really made it difficult. It was a tight game, but in the end, 2 goals in quick succession. Jack Evans again, Ellis Chapman again, 2-0. We carried on our winning run. Let's just have a little shout out to Jack Evans. He is going out of contract at the end of season at Fulham. Again, I really want to make this deal permanent. He has been phenomenal since coming in and playing on the right wing. With his pace and acceleration, his dribbling ability, and I mean, he can cross and pass even if he's not exceptional at it. He has just been like the perfect winger. But apart from that, he's got 14 finishing, 14 heading. No, his finishing is absolutely abysmal. 6 finishing. If he had better finishing, he would be an elite striker. But he has 14 heading. He is really a target man if you look at his characteristics. But he can play that right wing role. So he has been heading in a whole bunch of Chapman's crosses from the other wing. And he's just been phenomenal. 10 goals in 21 in all competitions, 10 in 20 in the league, 3 assists to add to it, 3 Player of the Match awards. He's just been absolutely superb, and he's making big improvements. And then if we look at Ellis Chapman on the other wing, he is now up to 8 goals and 15 assists for the season in all competitions, playing a 7.13. He's on his best form of the season right now. You can see his last 5 games, 7.9 average, 3 goals and 4 assists. He's 32 and he wants a new contract. Do I give it to him? He's still got a year on his current deal, but he feels he's being kind of undersold. And while I sort of agree with him, do I want to be giving new contracts to 32-year-olds on the budget that we have? I've promised him we'll talk at the end of the season. We'll have to see what happens. Basically, I was just pushing the problem back to a later date. He's been fantastic, as has Evans, and they have been a big part of our end of season run that we're having. We then took on Bristol City at home. Bristol City are currently 9th in the table. They are a very good team, but we absolutely blew them away here. And again, what a performance. It was 4-0 before half time. Jack Evans with another 2. Apaya with another goal. And Kakiel scoring again. What can I say about Philip Apaya? He has just been incredible this season. Remember, he wanted to leave in the first half of the season because he wasn't getting that many games. Since then, he's been pretty much a regular with all the injury problems that we've had in defence. And the last few games, he has just been phenomenal, pulling out some really important goals. And he was at it again in this game. Absolutely fantastic prospect. He is wanted by Millwall. I'm sure he's not going to go there. But yeah, a big 4-0 win against Bristol City, sorry. He also got that winning header against Reading. And then he came up with a winner again here away at QPR. And this was the goal from Philip Apaya that put us into the playoff places in the 87th minute. Again, a really even game. We're playing some real basketball games every week here. And although QPR had a 3.49 XG, it was us that managed to pull out the win and take home the 3 points. Let's have a look at these goals. So we started the game off the first minute. It was Kakiel combining with Brady and Chapman, a brilliant finish. Mario Kakiel starting to find some form as well at the end of the season. He's got 5 in the last 5 games in total. They immediately pulled it back, look, in the 5th minute, 1-1. We battled away to go in front again. Once again, Mario Kakiel. What a hit from the edge of the box. What a player this man is. In the 81st minute, Perez equalised from the penalty spot. I thought we had lost our chance to go 6th. And then look at that from Philip Apaya. What a club hero or a cult hero this man is turning into this season. Absolutely awesome. Let's give a shout out as well to Mario Kakiel. He's on brilliant form right now. He's been improving incredibly all the way through the season. His anticipation has gone up to 12. His finishing has gone up to 14. We are currently training him to work on his passing and vision. He has improved his pace and acceleration. He is just really turning into a great all-round forward player. Can play on the right, can play striker, can play as the attacking midfielder. He can even play as a midfielder. Just a wonderful player. He is now valued at up to 10 million. I am sure Premier League clubs are going to be looking at him in the summer. 15 goals and 10 assists in his first season in the Championship. Absolutely wonderful. Without question, our best player. Now, through all of this, you may have noted a distinct lack of goals for Harry Brady, and he's had a poor last few games. You can see his average rating really dropping off in the last 3 performances. He still has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5, apparently. But he has just been really burnt out. The last couple of weeks, it has been recommended that I give him a rest, but we just cannot afford to do it. He's far too important. What I've been doing is resting him from training during the week. So this week he has had 4 days rest before we take on Huddersfield. The week before he had 3 days rest. So we're just really trying to help him recharge his batteries and hopefully re-find his scoring form. He is still the Championship top scorer, but his goal scoring rate has dropped a little bit in recent weeks. So hopefully the rest is going to do Harry Brady good. And if you look here, his loan from Sheffield United has been renewed. He is still not going to cost us a penny. He's here for another year. Hopefully, that will be in the Premier League. Hopefully, we can qualify for the playoffs and get ourselves through that. But yeah, he has just been improving wonderfully. and he's going to be a massively important player again next season. So great to have him confirmed. That's how our results have been going. In other news, what else has been going on? Well, I can tell you as well that if we look at the Championship and then go up to the Premier League, let's have a look here. Does it want to do it? There we go. If we go up to the Premier League here and just have a look at the Premier League table, I'll tell you why. I have turned down a few jobs this season. I have turned down I've turned down an interview with Fulham. I've turned down an interview with Watford. And I had an interview with Leeds United, who are in 13th place. Now, we got to the stage, I did the interview. We got to the stage where they asked me to recommend changes to the backroom staff. So it was pretty much nailed on that they were going to offer me the job. So it kind of shows you now how we are seen. We are seen as a manager that can take over a mid-table Premier League club, and not just that, but a huge name. Over the last couple of years, we have had job offers from Sheffield, or interview offers from Sheffield United, from Everton, now from Leeds. I can't remember if maybe Bournemouth invited us. And we might have had an offer from Bournemouth. We had an offer from Brighton a few seasons back. We have been very popular. Obviously, we could have gone to Nottingham Forest back in the day as well. So we are pretty much viewed as a manager that should be in the Premier League now. But yeah, in the end, I did turn the job down. And my biggest reason for doing so was because our assistant manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, obviously wanted nothing to do with Leeds, being an ex-Manchester United man. So he just was not going to consider going. And that meant in the end that we decided to stay at Rushden. I would have done that anyway, but you know. So yeah, that's the situation. That's kind of got us all caught up here. Now, we've got 2 games. I think we need 4 points. If we look at West Brom, they're a point behind us. They have been on a poor run of form. They have had 3... why am I clicking on their tactics? Let's go to the schedule. They have had 3 tough games. Norwich at home, Brentford away, Sunderland at home. They lost all 3. I was predicting that would be really tough for them. So they're on a bit of a bad run. They've now got QPR at home, which I think they win all day long. They're 21st QPR. But then Bristol City away, I think, is a tough game for them. I think Bristol City away could end in a draw. So that is West Brom. Norwich are now 2 points behind us. And they are on a better run of form. But they have lost and drawn their last 2. Again, tough games against Stoke and Sunderland. They now play Birmingham at home, who are second and more than likely going to be promoted to the Premier League. The team that finished runner-up to us in League One last season. They are going to the Premier League, I think. So I think that's going to be a tough one for them. And then Blackburn away. And Blackburn are 5th. That is a really tough game. So I think Norwich are out of it. I think Norwich are totally out of this, which is a shock. They were my favourites for promotion this season. So I think it all comes down to whether West Brom can beat Bristol City away. We are playing Huddersfield in 12th, Middlesbrough in 11th. I think 4 points does it, but hopefully we can go and get the win that we need, or the 2 wins that we need, and just not even make it a doubt. We're 4 points behind Blackburn. Can we perhaps make that up? I'm just obviously now happy to get into the playoffs, because in December I thought it was just absolutely impossible. So we're going to do the press conference. I don't usually do this, but because it's a big game, I wanted to share it with you. So yeah, as you know, the press conferences in Football Manager are boring as hell. Would normally send Ole Gunnar to do it if it's not just a huge game, or maybe sometimes I might want to just boost the confidence of my players. But so yeah, we've got plenty of people in the media centre here. After all the years of having just one local journalist in our press conferences, it's really nice to see a bit of national interest. We're potentially 1 game away from booking a spot in the playoffs. Are we confident? I'm very confident. The lads have been superb all season, deserve to be in the mix. There you go. All right, will you look to attack? Yeah, we always try to attack wherever possible. What do you think the future holds for John Campbell? John Campbell has been having a great old season at Lincoln in League One. He might still make the playoffs with them. They've just dropped out of it, but look at that. He's had a great season, 10 goals and 10 assists from the right winger. He's not going to be good enough for us, but I offered him a new 2-year contract. That is because he's now worth 1.4 million. The contract we've got with him has got a 1.1 million release clause. So what I'm going to do is hopefully try and get that £1 million for him in the summer. John is a fine footballer. Yeah, anything's possible. We might bring him back, even though it's right at the end of the season. Everyone seems to think Igor Luiz will be the difference maker today. Yeah, you can't put a value on Igor. He's been superb. He's another player that's absolutely killed it this season and looks absolutely brilliant. So there you go. That was the press conference. That was a bit of an anti-climax, wasn't it? Right, let's get into this. It's Huddersfield at home tomorrow. Let's get straight into it and let's see if we can get that victory that we need. Well, just before we get into the Huddersfield game then, I'm a little bit excited here. I put in some cheeky requests with the board. I thought they would reject everything because we are about £1 million in debt now. Now, I asked them to improve youth recruitment, and at first, as you can see here, they've rejected it. But then I discussed it with them and they caved. They have given me improved youth recruitment, which is absolutely fantastic. We should be able to get some better quality of players into the academy now. And that is important because actually in part 2, I will show you, we have actually given some contracts out to some half decent youngsters. So hopefully that bodes well for the future. And they've also increased our junior coaching budget. So now we've got average academy coaching rather than fairly basic. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. And you can see I've also asked them to increase the youth level to actually get us into a U18 league for next season. Now, can I convince them of this as well? I mean, this would be absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look. Disappointed with the state of our youth system. We should ensure we're always in a strong position. Let's have a look. Go on, let's go with that. Let's ensure we're always in a strong position. No, okay, so I haven't managed to get that one. Hopefully, when we improve our finances next season, hopefully that will be allowed. So some small victories there, some small victories. Let's get into this game against Huddersfield. This is the important thing right now. Huddersfield on a great run then, but hopefully we are fit and raring to go here. Igor Luiz has been rested this week. Dylan Jones has been rested this week. Alex Baker has also been rested. I mean, he is such an important player for us. And he was another one, like Brady, that was getting absolutely shattered. So I gave him 4 days rest. Hopefully he is fit and raring to go now, as is Harry Brady looks. So everyone looking good. Sanisalo in goal. Igor Luiz at right back. Dylan Jones at left back. Apaya and Simpson at centre back. And that is because, unfortunately, Pakula is still serving a suspension. I'm hoping this is the last game of his suspension because we could really do with him for Middlesbrough. But yeah, and Simpson is just 1 yellow away. I would like for Simpson to maybe get that today and get that out of the way before potential playoffs. Alex Baker and Malicio in midfield. Malicio just continues to improve superbly. He now looks like a sort of, I don't know, like an average League One player maybe. And when you consider he's had 17 starts in the Championship, he has been doing absolutely brilliantly. Delighted with Joaquin Malicio. Jack Evans on right wing. Mario Cacchiao in the number 10 role. Ellis Chapman on the left. Harry Brady up front. On the bench, we've got Francis Saunders, Brian Nolan. Both of them unhappy. They want to go out on loan. Moreno is the midfielder. Harry Wilson. Anthony Johnson, an option for striker and right wing. Kennedy as a left winger. And Rocco Vata, midfield or as a striker. Ufi Dreyer is another one who I think might be getting unhappy if he doesn't get game time soon. Yeah, Concannon obviously hasn't played much part this season, but that is the team we are going with. Baker is wanted by Millwall. Dylan Jones is wanted by Millwall. Apaya is wanted by Luton. I thought it was Apaya that was wanted by Millwall. It's not. He's wanted by Luton, who are going to come up from League One this season. So Yeah, I really don't want to lose any of those guys, but hopefully with Millwall going down, their millions are not going to be quite so attractive to Dylan Jones and Alex Baker. So that is how we set up. Let's see if we can get the first of the 2 wins that we need today to guarantee our place in the playoffs. So this is not going to be easy. They're on a really good run. They've got a good manager. Let's have a look here. What options have I got? Look at that. We're first in the form table. We are the #1 team in the country, but they are second. They are doing really, really well. Let's have a look. We could qualify for the playoffs with a win, or pick up from where you left off last game. Go on, I'll go with you, Ollie. Yeah, not the best response, but I think we're going to get motivated players. I've got no worries about that now. Our players always up for it every game now. Let's just set the marking responsibilities. Again, Huddersfield are playing with the number 10, which does scare me, but I'm committed to this formation and the importance of Kakiao in that trequartista role. I just don't want to change it. And really, with the run that we're on, I've got no reason to either, have I? We've got home advantage. Let's be confident in ourselves. And there you go, another little bit of media responsibility with the size of this game. Your AFC Rushden Diamonds side can book a spot in the playoffs. Yeah, go on. We deserve to. So hopefully we'll get it done. What do you attribute your recent good home run to? We'd be nothing without our fans. Yeah, it's all about the fans. A packed Dale Roberts Park, 5,000 capacity. It's full. That's another thing we need to do in the summer. Expand the stadium, whether we go up or not. We have to get a bigger stadium. Igor Luiz winning it early. A good early highlight here. And Brady is straight in, put through. And Harry Brady gets goal number 32 of the season, 29 in the league. I'd love for him to get a 30-goal season in the league. And it's Alex Baker with a brilliant through ball. And Harry Brady, the rest has done him good. He is absolutely on it in the first 26 seconds of the game. And I'm sure this is going to be one of those offsides. I knew it. One of those offsides that you cannot actually see. And then Harry Brady tucks it away. What a start. Can we keep this going now? We've been blowing teams away in the first half of games. Can we do it again here? Jones free kick into Kakiao. And it's a penalty which Mario Kakiao will take. Looking for his 16th goal of the season. Come on, Mario. Don't let us down here, son. Never in doubt. What a confident penalty. Mario Kakiao. 2-0 up, 7th minute. And what looked like the tougher of our 2 games, maybe, at the moment is being made to look easy. We are doing it again. This is very reminiscent of the Brendan Rodgers season at Liverpool, where they nearly won the league. And they were famous for just being out of sight in the first few minutes of the game. Let's wait for this highlight before I give any shouts. Jones gets the cross in. And it nearly goes in. It's stopped on the line. Was that Simpson who got the header, I think? The highlight runs out. Let's praise the players. What a start. Huddersfield have actually had more shots than us. And this is what we've seen during this run. We just really take our chances. But we do give up chances to the other team. And right now we are looking good. But yeah, Huddersfield have got 50% of the possession and they have had more shots. 1 goal could get them right back into it, couldn't it? Let's hope we can just keep this going. We're in at half-time ahead. And could we get a third here, maybe? Out to Malicio on the edge of the box. It goes all the way back to Apaya. Igor Luiz into Baker. Back to Apaya again. Can we get that final ball in behind? Being played across the back very confidently. Very patient. Back to Baker. Back to Simpson. And where is this going? It's into Evans. He finds Chapman. And Chapman has missed a sitter. What a chance that was. That would have been the perfect way to end the first half. And oh no. Jack Evans has got an injury. Oh my goodness. He's been such an important player for us in this run. A potential foot injury. Let's get Anthony Johnson on. I'm going to leave him as a winger, even though he is much more of an inside forward. I'm going to leave him as a winger to not adjust anything. He's done all right, Anthony Johnson, this season. 11 in 12 starts in all competitions. He's just really suffered. When we bought him in as the record signing, we thought that he was going to be the difference maker. But Harry Brady's form up front has just kept him out of the side. He's been unlucky in that sense. But he will come on now. And who knows, if that's a serious injury to Jack Evans, Johnson may be playing a bigger part than we think to end the season here. Let's have a look. Yeah, don't let your performance levels drop. For some reason, Philippa Paya doesn't like that. Let's just make sure everyone is on it for the second half. I'm going to keep things as they are for now, but I might want to change and shut up shop. Let's have a look here when I get the opportunity to see how other results are going as Harry Brady heads in. Goal number 30 of the season in the league, 33 overall. And surely we're out of sight now. Chapman's corner, Brady at 6'5". Ukaz just could not compete with him in the air. Let's have a look here. Where can I put the table up here? Let's put the league table up rather than worrying about Huddersfield's formation. We are 3 points ahead of West Brom right now. They are drawing with QPR. QPR doing us a big favour there right now. And I'm going to make some changes to make sure we are 100% fit for Middlesbrough away. Mario Caciel. Who shall I bring on here? I'm going to bring on Rocco Vata. He hasn't had much chance this season. I mean, he can't play any of these positions really, but I'm going to play him as an attacking midfielder on attack. Let's see how he gets on with that. Actually, let's have a look. What is his best role in those positions? Yeah, I mean, now let's have a look back here. There we go. And I've got no options to see because he can't play it. So all right, so we'll leave him as an attacking midfielder on attack. We'll see how he gets on there. Just rest Kakia. I've got one substitute in the bag. I might make that for Simpson because he's a little bit tired. Or should I Baker? Simpson's a little bit tired, but he's also booking away from a suspension, which I did say I wanted him to get, didn't I? Let's bring Baker off, and let's bring Moreno in. Let's make Moreno the box-to-box midfielder, and Malicio a ball-winning midfielder on defence. So there's our 3 changes. It's been a boring second half, but I'm absolutely fine with that. And right now, QPR still doing us that huge favour. That means that we might even be able to get in on goal difference were we to lose to Middlesbrough. Huddersfield, woof, that is a big chance, headed wide. And do I shut up shop? Even though we're 3-0 up, do I shut up shop and just try and protect the clean sheet here? Sanisalo, out to Johnson. He loses it. That's really poor. I mean, he could have just kept that close and used his pace. Simpson heads it back. Johnson down to Vata. Malicio and Apaya both on bookings. Wouldn't want them to pick up a suspension at the end of this game here. And we have been so comfortable. And what is Sanisalo doing? Oh my goodness. He's had a few clangers this season. And before we see the replay, I'm just going to shut up shop here. That is abysmal from Sanisalo. What was he thinking? He could have even come out and got that anyway, couldn't he? I'm not going to go to get stuck in because I don't want to risk any more bookings. I think the game is safe, but what on earth is going on here? First of all, Simpson messes up the header, and then Sanisalo is just in absolute no man's land, and it's 3-1. So we've just got to hold on now for the last 5 minutes. Hopefully we don't give anything else up. What might that do to the goal difference? That's going to be interesting to look at in a minute. Malicio. Back to Apaya and Simpson into Brady. Vata still got hold of it. Brady, can we find that ball through? Vata finding Brady, and it's 4-1. A mistake from Koke in the defence, but I think Vata deserves the assist on that one. 4-1, Brady back on form after his rest. It's done him the world of good. 4 games without a goal, and he pops up with 2 here. Absolutely wonderful. A bit of confusion between goalkeeper and defender there, and Harry Brady on hand to capitalise. Absolutely fantastic result in today's game. Absolutely superb. What a performance. And Brady got a hat-trick. I thought he got 2. Brady with a hat-trick, well and truly back on form. We are, I think, secure for a playoff place with that. I think goal difference-wise, we are not really going to be caught. And let's just hope that the injury to Jack Evans is not too bad. That is an absolutely fantastic performance. Let's give Harry Brady some individual props as well. Your dominating performance was spectacular, son. So pleased that we've got him for next season, and even more so that he's not going to cost us a penny again. Absolutely wonderful. I hope he's playing in the Premier League, sorry. I hope he's playing for us in the Premier League next season for free. That would be absolutely superb. So let's have a look, see what that does to the table in terms of goal difference. Does that mean we are just about there? Well, look at that. QPR have won it in injury time. Perez with a 94th minute winner, and that guarantees us our place in the playoffs. I cannot believe it. And we could even, if Blackburn don't do their job in their game, we could even finish as high as 5th. If there's nothing to play for in the last game against Middlesbrough, I am going to rest some players and make sure we are fully on it for the playoffs. But this, what an achievement. I am absolutely over the moon. I cannot believe we have not just turned the season around, but our first season up with the budget that we have. The vast majority of our players have been signed on free transfers and loans. Even the 2 players we bought for money this season, Johnson and Vata, have not even been first team regulars. So, I mean, it's just an incredible achievement. It's right up there, I think, with the things that have given me most pleasure on Football Manager over the years. I don't think I've ever bought such a small team up into the Championship and immediately had a chance of getting promotion to the Premier League. So I am over the moon with that. Now, like I said at the start, please click on the subscribe button and like the video if you would like to see more. I am now going to go forward a week, and I will see you in part 2. So click on the link for part 2. We'll see how Middlesbrough away goes, which obviously now doesn't have the same importance. But I also want to show you all about our youth intake and some future signings that we have confirmed for next season. See you when you click on that link for part 2.